What was the difference? I mean, I know you talked so much about needing the defense sort of catch up with the offense. Just what was the key to that tonight?
Good practices. Monday and Tuesday we just did everything about Clemson and really got after each other. And you watch film of your performance, and these guys understand when they play well and don't. They're mature guys. They're smart players, and so we just we didn't play very well. We played well leading up to that. Defensively, we haven't been as good as we need to be, and today we were really sharp. And again, credit to the activity and energy of our team today. These guys were locked in and played very well. But we had great practices Monday, Tuesday, and then we had got a day off on Wednesday, so then we were rested Thursday, Friday. We had two great practices leading in. So I thought we would play well because we practiced well. We built good habits throughout the week.
Chase, what was the mindset just on defense going into this one?
Just be aggressive and disruptive. Coach talked about that a lot, and he challenged me this week in practice, and I felt like I took that challenge today. Let these guys on defense. So for us, it was just being disruptive. Making those first passes hard, and that's what we did.
He said he challenged you in practice. What was his message?
Just like I said, just be disruptive. Be that first line of defense. Be that first guy that's talking. Be that guy that's leading the team. And yeah.
I guess after last weekend's game, did you guys talk amongst yourself as players like, hey, the defense isn't good enough right now to win games consistently?
Yeah, absolutely. I think all week we really just conveying to each other, holding each other accountable. We really got to pick it up on the defensive end. I think we saw that last Saturday, and we didn't have a very fun film session that next Monday, but it was good for us, and we needed that to grow. So I think this week of practice, really going at each other, I think it was really good for us. So.
Hunter, how important was it just getting off to a fast start tonight the way you guys did?
Yeah, I think it was big. We always want to, deliver the first blow. That's one thing that we always say. And we came out and did that tonight. Not only were the shots falling early, they were very disruptive. And defensively, that's what we wanted to do. So, getting the passing lanes, just not let them run their offense very easily. That was one thing that Loyola did to us. It was like they were able to do whatever they wanted, and they didn't really feel any resistance, and that's why they had a lot of success. So we wanted to make sure that wasn't the case today.
Brad, what were practices? Can you go into a little more details? Just what practices were like?
Just very competitive, right? Like when you play 9 games in 25 days, it's hard to go bang against each other, right? Because you're coming off a game, then you got a day before a game, you got 2 days in between. So you're basically just like prepping, right? Like we bring them in usually in the morning and watch film from the night before game. And that put that game to bed. Then the next day in the afternoon, we start writing on the next team, and we're watching film on them, walking through their plays, how we want to guard stuff. Guard it for a little bit, but you just played the night before, so you only go about 45 minutes. Then Friday, the day before, you might go an hour 20, something like that. And what's hard is that the game plans become different. They're not all the same, and so sometimes you're emphasizing one thing or another, and you just not always have enough time to do all the things you need to do, and you're not going good on good all the time. You're just going against scout team, or you're just practicing for small segments. Monday, Tuesday, it's back to November and October practices where we're going to spend an hour on defense and transition defense, rebounding, individual defense, perimeter defense that they've got to do, post defense that post guys got to work on. And then you got to come back and do another one. And we usually do 20 minutes every day, and then we'll have guard stuff. But we had 2 20-minute segments of defensive fundamentals, plus guarding some stuff. So it was a full hour for both days, and it's hard physically. They were exhausted after 2 days, right? Wednesday couldn't get there fast enough, and they were so excited to have finals. But it was good, and obviously it hardened them a little bit. It just reminded them what you got to do, and then we had to cut it back a little bit, but be sharp on Thursday with the plan, Thursday and Friday, and these guys were very sharp.
I know you said you guys maybe got what you deserved a little bit against Loyola. Just do you feel like y'all needed that a little bit, and you hoping that can kind of be a turning point?
A little bit. I mean, you're not going to play great every night. Like the hardest thing in basketball is we play 30 games, right? And when you're playing 2 and 3 games a week, there's going to be a game when you don't play as well. Whether some of it has to do with your opponent. Like Loyola played great against us. They did some things that were disruptive to us. They did some things that we weren't ready for. And we just didn't have quite the zip, right? When we hit some adversity in the game, we didn't handle it as well. And we tried to shoot our way out of it, and we didn't make shots. And we had some good shots that we normally make, but we didn't make them. And our defense wasn't good enough to kick some balls loose or help us get a couple easy baskets in transition to get us, to sustain us through some droughts on offense. And so, you know, we cut the lead to 8 and had 3 straight stops, and then we turned it over 3 times in a row. You know, so it's kind of one of those days where you just don't play as well. The other team has something to do with it. And, you know, you don't play the way you're supposed to all the way, and you get beat. And that's kind of what happened. And today, you know, it was our day to do it to Richmond. Richmond's been doing it they did it to Drake just the other day, who's a good team. So in basketball, this happens, right? And then defense leads to offense. You get some easy baskets. Then all of a sudden you got a little rhythm because you've made a couple baskets in the lane or made a layup. Now all of a sudden you get a 3, you feel good because you got a couple buckets, and now you knock down that open 3. When you don't get those easy ones and you get an open 3, you miss one, and now it's